many as possible, but we're going to start with Sky and then BBC.
Afternoon, Unai. With the Champions League, we're halfway through now. Just wonder, did you have a target at the start of the season in terms of points, and how have you found the new format?
Good afternoon. I like a lot this form in Champions League because I think a lot of teams we can have more option to try to correct some mistake we can make playing 8 matches, and of course we are watching it in the table. Some teams really being very well as a surprise in the top position. Some teams as well not being consistency at the moment. But of course, normally at the end, the matches playing in this competition and in the first round or in the group, I think more or less maybe some surprise can be consistent. But usually the better team, they are going to be there.
I wanted to ask you about Juventus and their manager, of course, Thiago Motta, someone you know well from PSG. How highly did you rate him as a player, and how highly do you now rate him as a manager?
I think he was as a player. I worked with him 2 years, and he was very, very competitive. He was very, very intelligent. He was a top player, skills, physically strong, mentally strong, and now as a coach, he started being successful, and his progression is being fantastic. And I think the Juventus now as well is in the process to build the team, but competitive. I think they are playing very good football. Of course, not yet all the idea he want to set there, but last year with Bologna he had a very good job, and before as well with Spezia. And I appreciate him as a person, as I appreciate him as a professional when he was a player, and now I appreciate his work as a manager.
Is there a single main reason that connects the recent games where you've had some disappointing results, or are they all different?
We are focusing each competition because it's being different, really different. We are very happy in Champions League. We are very, very happy. We want to enjoy tomorrow with our supporters in Villa Park. Tomorrow, Juventus. It's a team with maybe Real Madrid in Spain, Bayern Munich in German, PSG in Paris, in France, and Juventus. They are maybe the better team in the world, and historically and now. And of course, to watch here tomorrow in Villa Park, one match like we are going to face tomorrow is being fantastic. And we are happy, of course, we want to compete.
Yeah, having all these games is great, but when you've got so many midweek games, does that make it more difficult for you to put right any problems you spot in the team?
Last year we had experiences. Conference League, we enjoyed it a lot the way we did until the semi-final. And this year we're in Champions League better. And we want to play a lot of matches, and hopefully we will play until the last month in the season to play a lot of matches, and of course Champions League is the best competition in the world. And then we are managing each match more or less, being consistent in the preparation, being consistent in the idea to build a team. But we are separating each moment because it's not the same. Now we are in Champions League, tomorrow the match. They are very important 3 points, yes, of course. But even if we are not winning and we are taking 1 point, is good. Because in the table, we are at the moment in the top 8 position. And our objective, what is to be in the next round. Of course, if we are with the possibility to get top 8 position, we are going to try to get it. Tomorrow, if we are winning, we can maybe be contender to get it. But today, not. And Juventus is the favorite for tomorrow in front of us because they have more experiences, they are a very good team, they have very good players, and they are favorite to be in the top 8.
Down on you go.
Unai, what have you made of the atmosphere at Villa Park for these home Champions League matches? And what's your message to the fans for a very special night tomorrow night? Enjoy, but we want to enjoy competing and we want to enjoy winning. And we are here in Champions League trying to be consistent. And consistent in this competition this year, and of course, hopefully we can play a lot of years again in Champions League. But now we are, the reality is, now is the moment we have to enjoy, we have to compete, we have to face tomorrow Juventus, we have to try to face them being competitive and watching how we can face them being close or far of them in our capacity as well to compete against one team like Juventus, more or less favorite to win this competition.
You have your Dan when we get this mic over. We're going to keep it to one question per person now. We've worked up through a few.
Unai, because of how big a game this is and because of the feeling it could bring with a win, is this the perfect game to get everybody excited again?
Yes, but we have to keep balance in everything. And in this competition, we started being very excited, and we're still being very excited. We played 4 matches, and we lost the last one in Bruges. But of course, overall, we are really being competitive and playing well and being happy with our supporters in this competition. And tomorrow is the same objective. And we are in our way again, how we can get our best performances collectively and overall in all the competition to get our ambition for this season. And Champions League is one of this way to try to get it.
Unai, in the summer we know obviously the club had to sell Douglas Luiz for financial reasons. He's obviously not having a great time since going there. Do you see a scenario where perhaps you could bring him back to Aston Villa, perhaps in January or down the line?
Sí, es alguna posibilidad de que Douglas pudiera volver en algún momento a Aston Villa.
I don't understand really the question. I think he must be happy there. He must get the challenge there with his quality and to help them to get their objective collectively. I am not thinking really he will want to leave from there, but I don't know. I think now he's injured. It's not going to be tomorrow here. The news I have is in this direction.
Unai, can we just check on injuries for tomorrow's Konsa going to be back, Ramsey, any other players that are missing?
In the squad, we include Konsa and Kamara for tomorrow. Not Onana and not Ramsey.
You've had problems defensively, keeping clean sheets in the Premier League this season, but in the Champions League you've only lost that one free goal. Why do you think there's a difference in the defensive performances?
We are working in it, and of course we had to feel strong, building our structure, and not only thinking defensively, thinking overall. But now the balance is not being consistency. But of course we had to improve. We must be stronger defensively in everything, starting with the ball, trying to dominate matches, like more or less we were doing when we were feeling comfortable and stronger than maybe some moment the last matches we felt. But I am confident. Because the team and the players they showed me and they showed the supporters their capacity to to respond and to react quick in some moment. We weren't strong like we want, and of course offense, defense, they are both work. We have to be trying to create and to build our idea and style around to feel comfortable in one structure positionally, and then more or less with the ball and start dominating the matches with the ball. And when we can't dominate the matches with the ball, try to be as well strong in our position defensively without it. Thank you.
Mi chiamo Giovanni Bardella, Sky Sport Italia. Le volevo chiedere la forza della Juventus in questa stagione, soprattutto adesso che ha tanti infortunati, è la compattezza difensiva. Sono molto bravi quando perdono palla a ricompattarsi velocemente. Si aspetta domani una partita simile a quella contro il Milan, cioè una squadra molto chiusa che prima di tutto pensa a non subire gol e poi provare a ripartire, o si aspetta qualcosa di diverso?
We watched and analyzed Juventus the season, the matches they played in Champions League, in their league, and of course they are changing something, but they are very, very strong defensively, very, very strong, and their defense is not only without the ball, it's with the ball. When they are with the ball, their positioning, progressing and trying to dominate the matches usually is being very, very successful way. Of course, they are building a team. They are trying to keep consistency, dominating matches with the ball, and then defensively, more or less, they are being as well without the ball strong in their positioning and not conceding a lot. They, of course, play one match against Inter Milan 4-4 was a strange match in this season because usually they are not conceding goals, and maybe with Vlahovic or without Vlahovic could be a little bit different. We know and we analyze the last match against Milan, more or less I think something they are going to try to do similar. When they are with the ball, they are really feeling good and feeling comfortable, and they didn't threat last match against Milan offensively a lot because maybe they without Vlahovic and without really one striker, proper striker, was more difficult, but they got very good result. And for Milan as well was very difficult to get chances, to create something offensively against Juventus because they were defending very, very well. Sometimes defending aggressive in high press, sometimes as well in medium block, and even when they are defending their box, they are really being very, very competitive. This is the reason the result of them and the season of them started more or less very well. Very well, of course. They can miss some matches scoring more goals. They can miss something like the last match without Vlahovic against Milan, but more or less they are being very competitive. And it's not easy to play against them because they are changing small position on the field with some players, but always they are very, very organized.
Thank you.
Buongiorno, Alessandra Cangiò, Rai Sport. Prima ci ha parlato di Thiago Motta, del Motta che ha conosciuto. Domani, senza Vlahovic, potrebbe toccare a UEA, che anche lei appunto ha conosciuto bene quando era un giovanissimo UEA, quindi le chiedo l'UEA che ha conosciuto lei e quello che sta invece vedendo crescere in questa Juventus da lontano.
Yes, we worked with Timothy as well in PSG. He was very young, 18 years old, and his progress as well, getting experiences in different teams and with his national team in the United States as well, I think is helping him to be progressively better players. Tomorrow maybe can play in the starting 11, and of course his first or his best qualities, his power is running the defense, the opponent defense there behind, and with respect, and of course, after a long time, because I was working with him in 2017, 2017, and after it, I didn't meet him, and of course, tomorrow I will tell him something about us when we work together. But he's going to defend tomorrow Juventus, and he's going to try to threat us, and everything we knew of him, of course, now is I think better than he was younger, and this is.
Last question on you. Thank you.
Buongiorno, Marco Bo, Tutto Sport. Prima parlava dei giocatori della Juventus che a volte cambiano un po' posizioni nel campo, per cui la difficoltà di affrontare questa squadra. Tra questi c'è particolarmente un giocatore che è molto utile e che è Cambiaso. Volevo sapere se ha pensato a qualcosa di particolare per cercare di frenare questa sua imprevedibilità. Grazie.
Yes, Cambiaso is performing very well. And he's playing in different sides, right, left. Sometimes he's playing inside, sometimes outside, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. He has the capacity to build up, to play with the ball. He has the capacity as well to drive, to run even our behind when he was going higher. But overall, we have to stop their organization, their structure as a team, and we are focusing more overall how we can dominate the match, how we can as well to use our capacity to control the game with the ball, with our positioning. Of course, we know tomorrow we have to defend very well. We have to try to recover the ball, but their structure is very strong to keep the ball possession, doing passes, and every player, I think they can play in their best capacity, but we are more or less focusing and being as well in the idea to dominate, to play a good match, to try to use our individual skills as well to surprise or to threat them. And I think the most important tomorrow is, of course, how they are playing the player, how we can manage as a manager our structure, each team, but to enjoy, to play intense, to play as well with emotions as well, and to play looking forward to show our best.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ready? Thank you very much, everyone. We'll have a quick 10 minutes with Pau. What we'll do is we'll start off with Dan from Sky, and then if we could operate our hands up to ask questions policy, please, and I'll obviously pick from there. So, 10 minutes. Fire away.
Afternoon, Pau.
Hi.
You managed to rescue that draw against Crystal Palace on the weekend. Just wonder, what do you think in the squad think has been missing in this recent period of games, which has resulted in the wins you wanted?
Yes, of course, the last games we didn't get the results that we were looking for. We know we have things to correct, to analyze with the staff. We are doing during the week, and these results only make us to work harder, so that the good dynamic return. Yeah.
And looking ahead to Juventus, you're now halfway through the Champions League. What have you made of the format so far? And did you have a total in terms of points you were looking for as well at the start?
We are in a good way in the Champions League this season. We started really well. Of course, we lost a good opportunity against Club Brugge. But here at home, we are feeling comfortable. We know that as well, like Bayern Munich, so Juventus as well are favorites for tomorrow. But we know that if we are in our highest level, focus 100%, we can beat them. So we are trying to get that win tomorrow.
The manager said at the weekend feels the team are conceding more goals than normal. I mean, what are you doing to address that? And how much of a worry is it, the number of goals you conceded?
Yes, it's something that we are working. We know that all teams know how to attack with spaces. We need to reduce those options for them. Try to control their forward players. Try to don't have many losses because sometimes we are playing with a lot of spaces in our build-up. So we need to be alert, do a good rest defending, and try to correct this.
Dan?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Ciao, Giovanni Guardalasca Sport Italia. Ti chiedo anche domani la Juventus avrà tante assenze e soprattutto non avrà attaccanti. Ti chiedo se per te, che fai il difensore, per voi difensori è meglio avere un punto di riferimento, quindi sarebbe piaciuto di più avere Vlahovic, oppure se è più complicato giocare con una squadra che appunto non dà punti di riferimento lì davanti.
We know that the last game they played without the striker, playing with 2 10 numbers more or less and 2 wingers. For me as a player, I want to play against the best players. I know Vlahovic is one of the best strikers in Europe. I played against him just when he arrived to Juventus with Villarreal. He scored against us. He's a really good player, but if he is not available for tomorrow, for sure another good players could play tomorrow. I don't know, Timo Weah or different players. So we are working during this week those two options for them, like play with a striker or play with 2 number 10s. So we are ready for any option.
Thank you.
Dan?
What is it like to play in these Champions League nights at Villa Park? It seems special to watch, but what's it like to be playing?
Yes, it's special as for us and as well for the supporters. They were waiting many years to feel as well this competition again. We started really well, giving them happy nights here in Villa Park, and we want to enjoy with them, give them a victory after a long time. So yes, we are focused on that, and we want to enjoy with them.
Is Champions League football different in character to Premier League football? What are the obvious differences for you as a player?
Yes, it's different. No, in Premier League you have a different rhythm during the game. Juventus is a team that they are feeling comfortable, waiting, that they have a good structure. They can manage the time of the game as they want. So it's different, no? They have as well experimental players and a really good coach. They have a winner mentality. They are a team that usually are winning titles every season. So yeah, I think they are manage the game different like a Premier League normal game.
You've experienced of playing Juventus before in the Champions League, and you scored against them in Turin. Can you tell us about that goal and how important it was for you? And also, do you believe lightning can strike twice?
Yeah, it was in a goal in a set pieces that we could beat them in Champions League. Was a really good moment for me as a player. It was my first time playing this competition. We could beat them and get another round. And yeah, it was a great moment. I enjoyed it a lot with my old team Villarreal, with my town as well. and yeah, I have a good memories.
Okay, see Fran.
Buongiorno Filippo Cornacchia, la Gazzetta dello Sport. Mi unisco alla domanda del collega. Nel 2022 avevi proprio eliminato la Juventus dalla Champions League. Adesso torni alla Juventus, che c'è un altro allenatore, sta diventando molti giocatori, l'avete studiato in questi giorni. Da fuori, vedendo da fuori, è cambiata tanto la Juventus e visti tanti assenti, l'occasione giusta secondo te per dargli il colpo del KO?
For us, Juventus is always a special team. They are an historical team playing Europe every season, usually winning titles each season. Now is Douglas Luiz playing there. I know he now is in a difficult moment, but he's a really good player. I spoke a lot with him. About the club, about how he's feeling now there. But for us, they are a winner team with a winner mentality. We know that tomorrow will be a difficult game. And as I told before, they are favorites at the beginning. But we want to enjoy with our supporters, and we will try to beat them.
Scusa, ne approfitto solo. Hai parlato con Douglas Luiz, come si sta sentendo Douglas Luiz alla Juve?
It's a difficult moment for him, but I know him as a person and as a player, and I know he will finish the season playing. He has a lot of quality as a person and as a player, I repeat, and yeah, I'm so confident with him. I think he's not available for tomorrow because he has a small injury, but I hope for him the best for the rest of the season, of course.
What has been said among players and what has the message been from the manager? Because obviously you're in a place that's not really been under Unai in terms of this run without a win.
Yes, for us inside the dressing room, we know that we have work to do, things to correct, to analyze with Unai and his staff. But as I told before, this moment that we are living now just only make us to work harder, and we want that good dynamic return, and it's just about work. Yeah.
Last one over there, gentleman over there.
Ciao, Gian Galvanese Sport Italia. Qualche anno fa sei stato accostato alla Juventus. Ti chiedo se è vero che sei stato così vicino ed eventualmente perché la trattativa non è andata a buon fine. Grazie.
No, I just have the well. Can you repeat again, please? Sorry.
Chiedevo qualche anno fa sei stato accostato alla Juventus. Ti chiedo se sei stato così vicino davvero e come mai la trattativa non è andata a buon fine.
In that moment, I didn't feel that interest was hard in me. As well, they had problems, I think, with Europe about fair play. And in that moment, I was so focused in Villarreal, and then the team that really had interest with me was Aston Villa. So I'm really happy to be here. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Well,
thank you.